my zoo lovers out there. Today I'm Merry Meeples. For the solo play, we are doing Ark Nova. This is part of the series that I'm doing where I'm playing the games in my top 13 that have a solo mode. I'm playing them solo. It's the first time I'm playing this solo. I have heard there are good fan-created variants out there to play this. There's one that's Arno, A-R-N-O. I see a lot of that, but I'm going to play the one based in the book just to give it a test because that's the one that's in the book. I will let you know it has been a while since I've actually played the game multiplayer as well, so I might be a little rusty. The way it's played is I'm going to be using these action cards down here. I am going to choose one of them and do them at the strength they're at, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, or 5, and the strength they're at depends on what happens with them. I will use it, I will pull it down, slide everything over, it goes in the one spot. I'm doing all these various actions down here to try and get my appeal and my conservation to pass each other, because if they go past each other, then I get a positive score and I win. Otherwise, I'm in a negative score and I lose. I have to score at least 0. So I at least have to be in the same spot. You'll notice it starts off where it's like 2 appeal for 1 conservation, and eventually it starts getting really good when you get around the corner. The other things, so a lot going on. Like I said, you use these. So you're going to be drawing cards. You're going to be playing animals into your zoo. In order to play them into your zoo, you have to have an enclosure that's available in the size shown, which is up here in this corner. And then you flip it over to show that it's used. That's the animals card. Build is you're going to build enclosures. So the cost of the enclosure is the size, or you pay $2 per size. So you want to build a size 3, it costs you 6. There are other things you can build, which is a pavilion and a kiosk. A pavilion immediately gets you 1 appeal. A kiosk, when we get income, which I'll get into later, gives you $1 a credit, whatever you want to call it, per kiosk, but the kiosks need to have 2 spaces between them. So I could my next kiosk could go there, but not here because there's only the 1 space. So next one is sponsors. Some of these cards are sponsors cards. They look like this. You need to have at least that number to spend. So right now, in theory, I could spend this 3. Or I could put out that 3. Or you can break X and gain that much money. We aren't using the break track in a solo game, but I'd still be able to do it. So I would basically, you could say, break up to my max, which would be 3, and I'd get 3 money. Association task. You can perform this with up to this value. That's this board over here. If you have at least 2, you can go up 2 on this reputation track. This will allow you to get more cards in the future, a certain way that I can go over when I get to the next card that I'm explaining, and eventually you can trigger these abilities. I'm not going to go over everything. Hopefully I get to it while playing, and then I can explain it then. There is a lot to digest here. In 3, you can get these partner zoos. When you take one of these, you put on the lowest spot available, and then you're going to have a 3 discount on zoos with that icon. The next one is you'll flip these cards over. That's something I haven't mentioned yet. They all have a 2 side, which is slightly more powerful. At this 4 one, you take one of these universities, you then get the stuff, and you put it on your board here, and eventually you can unlock things there. This is you sponsor a conservation one down here. This is a big way to get these conservation points. Consider these kind of contracts you need to fulfill. So this one's looking for Asia icons. This is looking for primates and birds. And all the icons are up here in these corners. And then if I'm at a level 2, I can spend money over here as a second action to sponsor things and get conservation points. And that's its association, I believe. So, and I upgrade this, I can perform 1 or more. So normally you gotta put this little dude out to show where you went. If you unlock more dudes and you use that and say I have 5, then I can do a 2 and a 3. Then cards. So normally you break 2, again not using the break, and then you draw cards from the deck or snap. So right now is the level 5, so I'd be drawing 3 and discarding 1, or snapping. What snapping means is you just take one card from the display within your reputation range. So right now, only this card is available. If I can increase my reputation by 3, then I have all of these cards available. That is the long and short of it. These 2 cards down here are endgame scoring cards. This is game points for the reputation here too, and this is for small animals that are size 2 or less in enclosures. Once I get to here, I'm going to discard one of these and then only score one of them. As I get to these parts here, I will get the choice of the things there to get. In a solo mode, what's going to happen is I'm going to take a turn, then over here I'm going to slide a cube over. When they slide their last cube over, then we're going to do the break. So in regards to this one, I'm going to take the top cube, put it over here on the sponsorship thing, on the lowest one, and then move them all back over, and then continue the break as normal, which is discount or down to hand limit, which is 3, or 5 if I get this university token there. If there's any tokens on anything, I discard those. I'd bring my workers back, refill here. I'm not actually going to have to refill because you only ever have one of each thing. We're going to discard those 2 cards, slide everything down, refill from behind, and then I get my income. Up here, you'll see this is the income I'm going to get from the track. Any kiosks are going to give me 1 each. Certain cards will say income. And then when I do the conservation, I take these from over here, and that will give me income as well. Like I said, a lot going on. I'm going to dive into it. Start with a hand of 4 cards. So I'm looking for Asia, primates, birds. I do have a primate. He needs a size 2. He costs 12 to put out. However, what my animal card is, I cannot currently put out an animal. I have to get at least 1 level over to put out an animal. So I think we are actually going to do the cards action. Yep, let's do the cards action. So kind of pull it down, remind yourself what you're doing. So I'm going to draw 3 and discard 1. So I got a bird. So some of them have this little fancy symbol up here. If I flip over my build action, I will unlock being able to do the large bird aviary and reptile house. So like right now, this western green mamba would normally need an enclosure of 2. If I get the reptile house, it takes up 1 of the 5 spots. I don't think I'm going to go for reptiles though, so I don't want to really clogged up, and that needs a lot of symbols. These symbols down here are required somewhere on your board. So let's go ahead and discard him. The other thing I want to point out, I do have my trades nearby. So I have this one. This is basically my money, and then kind of setup stuff. These are X tokens. These may come up. You can basically use these to increase the value of your action. And then over here, we have all the enclosures. So this is what I was saying, this is the petting zoo, this is the large bird aviary, and that is the reptile house. Otherwise, you have size 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, the kiosks, and the ticket booths. These are those other tokens they were talking about, and these are special ones that show up on cards, which you may be seeing here shortly. Alright, so I did that. These all slide down and get slightly more powerful. This goes right there. I made madness, and then we slide 1 over. Simple as that. I know, simple. We're gonna, I think, do a sponsor action. Yep, I think we're gonna do a sponsor action. I want to get this engineer out here. All right, so each time you build at least 1 building with a build action, you may build exactly 1 more of the same kind, except for special enclosures, at the normal cost. So the special enclosures, I believe, are like the petting zoo, the aviary, the reptile house. And then at the end of the game, if I have my board completely covered, I will get 5 appeal, and you'd still get the 7 there. So these slide, and this goes, and slide one of these over. So I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of doing an association action, so I can get my primates price down a little bit. What else do I got here? Yeah, because that'd be that and my musk ox are both there in the Americas. The curricle is Africa. And then the bird is the green one. All right. Yeah. All right, so we are going to do the association. I'm going to put my guy out. I want to get the discount. Oh, they need a discount yet. Let's go with the hand limit so I can open up my possibilities, and that increases my reputation. So now if I snap, I can get one of the first 2. I have heard this solo is a bit difficult to do because you have very few turns to accomplish things. Do I have... So I could build some buildings, because if my animals get there, I can build, or I can inhabit 2 animals. But that'd be 21. I start with 25. I need at least another 2, but I could build it there. All right. Yep, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the build action. Build 1 building with a maximum size of X, pay 2 per space. Well, both of these guys need a 2. So I am going to 2, build 2 size 2 because of that. So that's going to cost me 4 money per building. So that's going to be 8 total. So let's put the 10. Get 2 back. And grab 2 size 2s. Let me consult my thing for what something means. I believe take a car within. Yes. All right. So we're going to put one of the 2s coming off here, which is going to give me 5 money. The main thing with when you place a tile down is you need to basically have it adjacent to something else. Let me just make sure none of these have requirements where they need to have a thing. Nope. All right. The Andean condor looks nice. That's a big thing. I think we're going to just come up here and get an X token. All right. So that was my build action. Slide these down. Slide that over. Alright, so now I'm going to play animals. So because it's at level 5, I can play up to 2 animals. So let's go ahead and start with my Ecuadorian squirrel monkey. So he needs a size 2 enclosure. It's going to cost me 12 money. There's my 12. He comes out. I get 5 appeal. And then after finishing the current action, you may place any action card on 1. So you finish this, you move the animals down, and then I put another one on 1. I'm not done with the action because I am playing a second animal. My curricle. So that's going to cost me 9 money. Oh, so the monkey is a size 2, so I go here, and I flip over the size 2 to show it's used. Same thing with the curricle. Flipped. Alright. Hunter 2, reveal the 2 topmost cards of the deck. Choose 1 animal, add it to your hand, discard the other. So I can get a sheep, or I can get a boa constrictor. So the sheep has to go in the petting zoo, which is a special enclosure, and then I get 3 appeal for each petting zoo icon in your zoo. So it kind of builds up that way. Boa constrictor needs 2 of those. Each player ahead of you on the track gains 1 constriction token. All right, so this is one. So normally this affects other players. Solo one, you look at the blue underneath, which is after the current action, you can place any action card. You know what? I'm going to take the sheep. All right, so this is now finished. So now I can place any action card on the 1. I don't think I'm planning on... I can't really do an association yet. So let's put the association there to kick the build up, because maybe I can somehow get money, I don't see how yet, to be able to put out that petting zoo. And theirs comes over. So now I have a couple options. I can now take cards again. I can do a sponsor, which 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to give me 4 appeal, which would kick me up into the next one there. That needs to be next to water. You can see because it gives you this little icon up here. Which one is that? Let's take a gander at that one, shall we? Alright, so this is this little special icon. If I play this, and then I can put it on my zoo, again, following the restrictions of having to place it adjacent to something. So I could get another X token. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the sponsors, and we're going to put out our water playground. Let's just stick that here, because that's going to give us 4 appeal. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I get to put this out. And I think we're just going to go there, because that gives me another X token. Could have done that to get the money to put the zoo out. Nope, I want to get that out. These slide down. This goes over. So now this is going to be my last action before we do the break. I keep smashing stuff. Actually, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something fun. We are going to, I think, build. No, we're not. Should have took the money. Should have took the money and run, man. You know, I have faith I'm going to be able to get that card through various other means. We are going to do the cards action. Lets me draw 1, 2, and 3. So that'd be my 3rd petting zoo if I get the donkey, and that gives me a focus there. Iconic animal, Australia, gain 1 for each Australia icon. I don't really have any of those going, so we're just going to go like that. Get my cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. We did cards. Slide this down. Try not to snap the card down so you don't. Alright, so now this causes a break. So this top one will go right there. These slide back over. And now we do the break. So hand limit, I have 5 and 5 because of that. I have no tokens on anything. I bring my person back here. I don't need to fill in this university because I can't grab that one again. We discard these last 2 cards. We shift everything down. Flip our cards over. Now we gain income. So I get 20 from this. I have 1 kiosk. I have nothing from any of my cards for income. And nothing from on that side of the board. We don't reset that. So this is a special card. This is another conservation card like these. If this was in your hand, when you take this, instead of putting one out here, you'd put it out and score it automatically. Let's do the build, and we're going to do the petting zoo, so I can start getting my petting zoo animals out. So that's going to be 6 money. And we're going to go here, which is going to give me 5 money back, and I get to take a card within my reputation range. So I'm going to take that donkey. All this slides down. So now I have my 3 petting zoo animals, and they're going to cost me 21 total to put out. I did build. These slide down. That goes there. Slide over. So there's a couple different things I want to eventually get done. If I could get an extra worker and get that flipped over here very soon, that would be the optimal thing I need to get done. So I'm trying to figure out a best way of doing that if it's feasible. And I probably want to get him so I can get a second primate and start working my way there. Let's do the animals. I'm going to put out my donkey and my rabbits. So that's going to be 14 total. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total. So let's do this in order. So we do that rabbit, which is going to give me 3. 1, 2, 3. And I take one of these and place that to show that I have an occupied spot. And then we do the donkey, which gets me another X token. I can have a maximum of 5 of these, so I'm at 3 right now. And he gets me 6. And we put another one on here. That's my animals action. And we slide this over. So now I think I'm going to probably be doing build. Alright, so I think we're going to do the build action. Kiosks and ticket booths are not special, so I could, in theory, build 2 of those with my build action, which I think is what I'm going to do. So I can build up to a maximum size of 2. I don't have a ton of things in my hand I want to get out yet, so we're going to spend 4 total. And we're going to do kiosks because I want that income. So the first one's going to go here, which gives us 2 reputation. And then my other one, I think we're going to put here, which lets me take that card within my reputation range. And we're going to take the primate. And they slide over. So now I think association action is what we're going to look at doing. I really should work at this, but I think I want to get a card flipped over. So association, we're going to grab this one. Pushes me up here, which means I can flip a card over to the other side. Don't really have much sponsor. Let's go ahead and flip over the association action. And we're going to flip over the build action. Because when I place this, I get to flip over another one. Alright, so that was the association. Slide these down. Put that there. Slide one over. Now I just need to try and get a person out. Yeah, I think we're just going to get the money. So we're going to break 5. Get 5 money. So now I have 8. I think I'm going to put out the sheep, because that's going to give me 9. Which put me all the way up here. Is that my best option? I think it is. Animals, play my sheep, cost me 7. So that gives me 9 points, and it fills up my petting zoo. That wasn't the best action, like I said. Haven't played in a while, a little rusty. Boop. So now we break. This goes over here. These slide there. 5 cards. I have 4. No tokens. Get my guy back. Don't have to refill anything. The crocodile and the porcupine go away. These slide down. These flip over. And income. So that is 24. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 kiosks now. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm not getting anything from anywhere else yet. We're going to spend an X token to do an association at level 4. Get him out to get this last here, which is going to push me up here too. I'm going to grab another worker. Oh, wrong one. Bottom. There we go. Grab a worker. I can make a donation if I want to. Yeah, it's probably going to bite me in the butt in the long run, but we'll do that so that I can push myself up. One more there. Because now if I can get the Tamarin out and get that and get this and so many moving parts, I can see why they said this one's difficult. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the animal action, only play one animal. We're going to spend 12 to play the rock monitor. It's going to give me 5 here. And then I may sell up to 3 cards from your hand for 4 each. I'm going to sell these 2 to give me 8 back. There's my 8. Association's up there. Wait, I missed one, didn't I? Yeah, I missed my association, and there we go. Alright, now I'm caught up. Now I think I'm going to do the association again. Yep. I'm going to do the association again. I'm going to spend an... actually, no. I'm going to put him out over here to get myself up to here and unlock another guy. Done. Over. Getting low, guys. Getting low. Oh, alright. So if you notice this one, I can't get past there until my cards is upgraded. I forgot about that. So yeah, we're going to do the build. So I'm going to do... I think I'm going to do 2 2s with my engineer power. And a 1. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 money to spend. We're going to go there. We're going to go there to get the 10 money back. And we're going to go up here to get my last guy, which also gives me 2 on the conservation. So I can get 5 money, or I can take 3 cards up to my reputation. Or that times 2 means it would double one of my actions if I get it done before the end of the round, which doesn't look like I am. So I'm going to just take 5 money. Yeah, that worked well. This slides over, and all this slid over. Oh, that was flipped over. There we go. Alright, so association. Perform 1 or more with a maximum total value. So I can't have more than 1 on here. Typically you could. You just have to put, like, if I want someone here, I put 2, but you can't in a solo player game. So I can do up to 4. I'm going to do this one more time. Add a 3. I'll put him here to grab this one and put that there. Don't know if this is the right thing to do. Alright, so we are breaking again. So as you see, it quickly dwindles down. He comes over here. These slide back over, and we do this. So hand limit, I only have 1. No tokens. Grab my 3 guys. There we go. Replenish this row. Get income. I'm all the way around here at 10, 20, 25, 26. I still have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to be it. So let me grab one of my 1s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 is 10. So I'm at 10, 20, 30. Let's put 2 10s in for a 20. There we go. Money, people. Oh, for my rock monitor, sorry, I forgot to flip this over. There we go. So when I get the tamarin out so that I can do this primate one here, not really seeing many other primates out there right now. And you'll notice the fur seal and the elephant, you need to be able or be at level 2 for animals. So yeah. I think we're going to do cards, because I need some cards. So diversity research, I don't have that open yet. The Stout Hunter 1, reveal the topmost card of the deck. If it's an animal, add to your hand, otherwise discard it. Snowy Owl needs 2 more birds, I don't have that. Let me get rid of the diversity research. That was not a good draw. And they slide 1 over. So I'm going to get my tamarin out at least. That's why I built that size 1. Yeah, we'll just do that. Just put out my tamarin. It's going to cost 10 money. So I go my little size 1 guy here. It gives me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And after finishing the current action, which But now it's finished. I'm going to actually put my sponsor card on level 1 because I don't have any sponsor cards, and right now I'm good with money. I want to get my association higher so I can get multiple guys out. I have the 1X token. So we're going to do association, spending an X token, doing it at level 5. So I can perform one or more with a maximum value of 5. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to grab, let's grab Asia. Goes there, which lets me flip over a card. I'm going to flip over my cards card. I'm going to put him there. Lets him move 2, which lets me take a card within my reputation range. We're gonna take that one. Just because I have no sponsor cards yet, or in my hand. Mercat then. So I did that, slide him over. This slides this way. Now what am I looking at doing? Because what do I have? So I have the primate ones that I can do. Oh, I can't even do that native seabirds. I just realized it's a maximum 25, so I had to play it before that. Yeah, then I probably would have took this one instead. I didn't notice that. That's my game. I can retroact it. Which actually works because I was thinking about doing the build action anyways with some 1s. Oh, did I want to put on there? Yeah, I probably should have done some of there too. Like I said, rusty people. Rusty. Which moves me up one more on there. Alright. We're going to do the build action. I think we're going to do a 3. Two 1s. And the 1s are going to duplicate because of the engineer. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do a ticket booth. Haven't done one of those yet. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 money. It's maybe 15. It's 12. 3 change. We're going to stick that one right there, which lets me take a card within my reputation range. Let's go ahead and grab that guy. Then we're going to put a 1 here. We're going to put a 1 here, which moves me up 1, 2, which moves me up 1 here. Gets me an X token again. And the ticket booth right there, which instantly gives me an appeal. Then he slides over. Not done good with the conservation, people. See if I can get the conservation up one more. So I'm going to need to get association of 5 or get a bunch of those. I don't see either of that in my future. I have 8 money, so I can get both of these out to get my appeal up. Is there a card I want to just snap? Each time you play an herbivore icon, gain 2. Place next to at least 1 rock space. Yep, we're just going to spend the X. Take that at a level 5 and spend 8 money. So let's start with the Common Wall Lizard. That's just 2 appeal. And then the Stoat is 1, 2, 3. Hunter, reveal the topmost icon. The topmost card of the deck. If it's an animal, add to your hand. It is an animal. Nifty. So I did have that icon when I played it. So we're all good there. And then these ones here get flipped. He moves over, which means we are breaking again. He goes there. These slide over. So basically it's going to go 1, 2, 3. That's going to go over. 1, 2, and then game over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 actions left, basically. Hand limit, yes. That, yes. Let's grab my guys back. Done. Discard these 2. Slide these down. And then income, I'm all the way over at 28. I have 1, 2, 3 of those. So I'm at 28 and 3 is 31. 30 and 1. There's that. All right. Here we go. Final few turns. Oh, I never slid that. There we go. Getting ahead of myself in my head. I think we're going to do cards. So let's draw 4, discard 1. Little Chameleon. We're just going to discard. What we got in our hand? We're going to discard the Yosemite National Park. So what these released ones are is you basically get or discard the animals to fulfill it. So yeah, you release animals, and when you release them, you will subtract the appeal, but you move on to conservation. So I don't know if I'm actually going to do the jungle, but we'll see, because I am going to try and get this primate here. I do have an open 3, 13. So I will try and get him played out. So I'd like to play this Australian sea lion, but I need to have a partner with the Australia Zoo. Association's starting to get up there. So if I do the sponsors action, just take money. Actually, I know what we're going to do. We are going to do the animal. Do I have an animal? Yeah, I have this guy right here to play. We're going to do the animals action to play my primate. It's going to cost 13 to play him. He goes in a size 3. Gives me 6. And then I can, after finishing this, I can put 1. I'm going to stick to sponsors back down at 1. And there we go. So now I think I'm going to take the association at a level 5. that. So this moves this 1, 2, pushes me there, which I'm going to take 3 X tokens. Instead of that, because one more, I guess only get 1 in appeal. I'd rather have the X tokens. So this would go bye-bye. And then I get a card in my area here. Let's go ahead and grab him. And I get to take a partner zoo. We're going to take Australia, which will let me take a guy, but I already got a guy. Alright, so break again. Actually, knowing break, I would spend the 10 to put mine here first, which would move me up 1 more. There we go. Yep, that's all that there. Move that over. So income, 29, 30, 31, 32. 31, 32. That's 32 there. This row. I did income early, and alright. Final 2 actions. I got nothing done in conservation. And now I'm pretty far from being able to do that, unless I have something I can play. No, I guess we're playing our Cotton Top Tamarin. I don't want to spend... Nope, we're going to spend... That'd be 2 to spend there. I'm only going to get 1 back. But I need that at 5, so I need at least 3. If I spent 1, that'd be there. Ah! I made many bad decisions, it appears. I never took my guys back. Should have upgraded my animals card at some point. Let me just do this chaos up here, make sure we're all good. I'm not hiding any X tokens. Nope. Just the 3. I'm like 1 action short. Alright, we're just going to do the animal with just the 1 animal. So because I have that, that's only going to cost me 12. I have the microscopes. This moves me up 1 here. It gets me an X. Moves me 1 up on the conservation, which means I get to discard 1 of these. I'm going to discard the small animal. Because I already for sure have the 4 of that. I'm pretty sure I don't have that. So discard that one. Move me up 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're good. Alright, so animals are done. This slides over. So now I can do the conservation or the association at 6. I really only need it at 5. But I have 4 primates now, so that's going to be the best bet. Spend 3 of these to do the association at 5. So we're going to take this one here. So that's going to give me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can spend 12 to go up one more. And that'd be it there. Alright, so we do not trigger another break, but so now we go to end of game scoring. Let's look at end of game scoring. Score at the end of the game, you still get conservation points or appeal from your final scoring cards, as well as from all your cards in the end game icon. So, end of game, I have 15 reputation, which gives me 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm so more positive. And then I do not have a completely covered zoo map. So that is it. You don't get any points for leftover stuff. So so basically, if I remember right, I was just looking at that. My score is going to be, so you look at the scoring area where your conservation counter is located. Find the lowest appeal value, and then compare your other one and subtract them. So 72 minus 64, I finished with a score of 8. But it's a positive score nonetheless, so I won that solo one. I may have made a mistake. I'm not sure. Definitely didn't feel like I got as much done as I wanted to. Overall, I'd say on this one, I do much prefer the multiplayer over the solo. This just felt really dwindling and just really tight with the actions. It doesn't, the money still feels tight in general in a multiplayer at the beginning especially, but this one really felt like stressful as opposed to the other one's more relaxing because you see all of your actions dwindling down. But again, that was Ark Nova with the solo from the book. I am the Groom. You all have a good day and go see some animals.